Even with the pliers, the heat's almost unbearable. The furnace is so hot you can hardly get near it. The bowl's hot. Apart from that, nothing's happened. Even with the pliers, the heat's almost unbearable. The furnace is so hot you can hardly get near it. The furnace is so hot you... The nuggets have melted in the furnace. A small golden pool has formed in the bowl. A hammer. One side of the head is rounded. The nuggets have melted in the furnace. A small golden pool has formed in the bowl. Ah, good. I'll pour the gold into the mold. Should be just enough. A superb gold coin with a vicious-looking dwarf on it. It's still hot. A wonderful homemade gold coin. Hello, gorgeous.
Yes?
Look, I've got the first coin for your treasure. May there be many more to follow.
Oh, thank you.
So, what about the sword?
Well, yes. I'm lying on it. Could you take it?
Nice. Where is it exactly?
A bit further down, I think. Yes, there it is.
That's the head off a pickaxe.
Just a bit further.
Ah, great. It's broken.
What?
It's snapped under your weight.
Oh, so that's why it suddenly stopped talking. And it was so nice. It said that I was a terrible monster and that it would love to cut my head off.
That's no good to me. What am I going to do with a broken sword?
You could perhaps repair it?
Do I look like a blacksmith?
You could learn. There's a book on smithing there.
Zero to weaponsmith in 14 days. That's too long. I don't have 14 days.
Then you'll have to read faster. You'll find everything you need here. An anvil, fire, instructions.
I gotta get going. Happy practicing.
Of course, of course.
Nice. Magic sword, magic... Ah, here. Right at the back of the book. Not a good sign. Blah, blah. Forging magic swords is very difficult. The high art of smithing. Only level 98 smiths can forge magic swords. That's not very good at all. Roughly calculated, my level is 0. Let's see. This is where they explain how a magic sword can be repaired. You have to reforge it and then hold it in dragonfire. And what am I going to practice on until I'm at level 98? That doesn't sound bad. Copper pots. Pretty simple, and you only need one raw material. Copper. A small copper deposit. If I had a pickaxe, I could dig it out. A smooth piece of wood, half a meter long. I'd say it's some kind of handle or shaft. Fits perfectly. A small pickaxe. Not as big as a normal pickaxe, but still pretty okay to use. I've got 3 pieces of copper-bearing ore. But no arcanite crystal in it. Those are 3 pieces of copper-bearing ore. I guess that to get the copper out of the stone, you have to heat it up until it flows out. I'll put in as many stones as possible. Even with the pliers, the heat's almost unbearable. The copper's melted and run out of the stones. I wouldn't have thought there would be so much. Just a piece of copper. This copper could be formed into the most beautiful object this world has ever seen, or a copper pot. Forging magical weapons is no picnic. You have to be an experienced blacksmith to do that, and I'm not one of them. The good lady has better things to do than help me. I need to be a level 98 smith to repair the sword. I can level up my abilities by smithying copper pots. All I need is copper, a hammer, and an anvil, and lots of practice. The copper is still hot, but it'll slowly harden. Let's give it a go then. Not perfect just yet, but then I'm only a level 1 blacksmith. Only another 97 pots. What's up? Get the copper, smelt the copper, make the pot. We have to get the most out of our playtime, so let's get going. Okay, I'll do it on my own. "98 pots, level 98. Wow, that was fun. Well, I can now forge pretty much anything, including broken magic swords. Copper pots, 98 of them, and each one nicer than the other. I just can't understand why some people don't enjoy doing the same thing 98 times. It's very calming. Ah, good. Speaking as a level 98 blacksmith, I know what needs to be done. Ta-da! I've reforged the sword that was once broken. Now I've just got to harden it in some dragon fire. Hello, gorgeous.
Yes?
The sword needs to be tempered in dragon fire. Would you do the honors?
Oh, that isn't going to be easy. I've never breathed fire before.
And here's me thinking you're a dragon.
I am. But in order to spew fire, one has to be mad with anger.
That is the normal state of mind for most dragons, is it not?
But I don't really do anger. I did a lot of autogenic training and yoga in the past.
Do you know that you're pretty damned ugly, even for a dragon?
You mean monstrously ugly and terrifying? Thank you!
You're really, really dumb.
Why'd you say that?
Because it's a fact.
But it isn't true. I've always been an avid reader.
Didn't do much for you. I've never met such a thicko dragon before.
Hey, that's not very nice.
But one thing should be obvious to you at least. I reckon dragons like you just shouldn't pursue a monster education.
Why ever not?
You don't belong in the world of work. You should go find yourself a terror-inducing husband who has a good job and can look after you.
That is...
The main thing is, though... Let me give it to you straight. You will never become a dangerous monster. Your dreams? Forget them.
You really think so? I do sometimes think that too. But I would so love to.
Oh, for Pete's sake, who do you want to be then? Oh, come on! Yoga masters don't feel pain. It'll pass. You will become a real evil monster just like all the others.
Do you really think so?
Of course.
Oh, thank you so much.
What I've been trying to tell you the whole time...
Yes?
Your football team stinks. They can't play. They'll never be able to play, and every fan they have is an idiot.
What is football?
It's when you have a ball and... Oh, forget it. You're really, really dumb.
Why'd you say that?
Because it's a fact.
But it isn't true. I've always been an avid reader.
Didn't do much for you. I've never met such a thicko dragon before.
Hey, that's not very nice.
But one thing should be obvious to you at least. I reckon dragons like you just shouldn't pursue a monster education.
Why ever not?
You don't belong in the world of work. You should go find yourself a terror-inducing husband who has a good job and can look after you.
That is...
The main thing is, though,